host, Jesse. This is my other host, my mama. And this is our very first broadcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys like what you see here and you want to see more, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, because YouTube's a little weird like that, so you get notified for things. And yeah, here we go.
If you're interested in any topics and you'd like us to bring them up or discuss them, certainly leave that down in the comments below. And we'll move on to our first topic, which is New Year's resolutions.
So, what is your view?
So my view on New Year's resolutions has always been a love-hate kind of relationship with them. I feel like people get pretty excited and they want to start off with good intentions, and I feel like then they just kind of falter from what their goal is. I also feel like people are not concrete in terms of a plan and how to follow out with their resolutions, so I feel also that's maybe why it falters and it kind of becomes, I don't know, too much work or boring, or the excitement's not there. What do you think about them?
I think it's an extension of laziness. Like I think that by giving yourself a label and giving yourself like a clock in the back of your head, you have to do this thing, you have to do it. You give yourself unintentionally like the excuse of, oh, well, I did get at least this far in the thing, or I can stop here, or I can cap,
Right.
And when you really need to just keep going with it if you set yourself to do it.
Right. So do you feel like people don't, and I guess that's kind of where I was talking, like they're not concrete in the follow through, because it's such a broad, I want to lose weight, rather than saying I want to lose 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Like giving yourself tangible.
Yep.
So I also feel like there's a negative spin on resolutions, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's kind of like a negative spin, like, oh, you've been naughty, or you should feel bad, or there's shame associated with it because now I have to change something or some things in my life, and so I got to be better, and so then hence a resolution. To me, I feel like these, in the mindset of like, let's set some goals that are attainable and maybe look at it in a sense of what can I do this week, and then meet that goal. And then, so if you pick, I want to lose weight this year, right? Well, how do you want to?
Yeah.
How are you going to meet that goal?
Yeah.
And what is that goal? I want to lose weight. Well, if you lose a pound, you've met the resolution.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can,
right?
People easily just cap out and leave it at that. They can justify it to themselves and make excuses.
Have you ever made a resolution in the past? I know in school, sometimes they encourage us to.
They encourage you.
Do you recall any?
I've never completed a resolution, I don't think, because again, you set yourself up for failure and to cap out.
Right.
So not too long ago, cat's just going crazy. So not too long ago, I just stopped making resolutions because I'm not going to do that to myself anymore. I don't think that's fair.
Right. So moving forward, after you've decided that resolutions just don't work, it's a cop-out, what have you done to achieve goals or to meet goals? How have you have you set goals? Have you set goals and achieved anything that is substantial based on a goal setting kind of method that you've come up with that works for you? Or have you looked at that?
I don't think so. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm lazy, and I'm okay with being lazy.
I don't know
but
if
like,
it's that you're lazy.
No.
I think that you have in your mindset that, okay, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's still some maturing to do,
Yeah,
some growing to do.
Yeah.
And so maybe you're just not there yet.
I don't
But
think
maybe this year is the year that you kind of look at it and go, okay, you know what? I'm going to set a few goals.
Probably, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be anything grand. It doesn't have to be, I want to make my first million in this year. Like, come on, we're from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Yeah,
making
millions are a little hard to come by.
It's a little difficult.
No, I agree with you. And
do you feel like your age, your maturity level, and you are a pretty mature young man, but at the same time, there's a part of you that is not as...
I'm wild, and I'm rambunctious and rebellious.
No, definitely not. I think that there's more of the world that you need to experience, and I feel like you are sheltered or caught, like, you hold yourself back a little bit. Would you say that?
Yeah, sure.
And I don't mean it offensively.
No,
it's
okay.
It's kind of like, but at the same time, throw things at me too, because I am, of course, in a transition in my life, and I've been working on that for the last couple of years. Yeah. But of course, I know this year the things that I want to work on.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. I was going to say, let's do that. So what do you have set for yourself?
Okay, so what we would like to do is, and we kind of just discussed it a little bit.
Like a brief.
Yeah. He doesn't know what my goals are, and I don't know what his goals are. But the whole thing is we're going to give ourselves 30 days. And generally, with breaking a habit or making a change, it's, the first 7 days is rough, but it becomes a part of a habit past like the 21, days kind of thing, right? It becomes a part of your life. And so I've selected 2 that I want to work on. So my first is more of a personal, physical, mental health kind of goal. And it's going to be doing a 30-day yoga challenge. So I want to do yoga for 30 days. Every morning, I'm going to get up and do that. But I'm also going to tie in a little bit of meditation. So maybe a 15-minute meditation each morning, go into my yoga, and then go off and do my day. So that's my one goal. I think mind and body, that's kind of where I'm at right now in my transition. And I want to discover whatever that has to offer me. And then my second goal is a little bit more of my creative side, and I want to tap into more of my writing. So I do have a goal to write a book at some point, but I know that that's not going to be something that I finish this year.
Okay.
So for 30 days,
you want to
in
get
the evening, a routine of writing. So for 30 days, in the evening, I'm going to take 30 minutes and I'm just going to write. And if that is a poem, if that's a stream of consciousness, if that's a journal entry, whatever it is going to be, it's going to be writing. So I'm going to give myself 30 minutes, quiet time, sitting down with, a cup of tea or something to relax me and put me into that mind space, and let myself just write for 30 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a couple?
I do. I have 2 in mind. I definitely don't know if I'm going to do them within the span of 30 days, but I'm going to try.
But for 30 days, you got to at least try it.
Yeah, I see.
So you have to make an effort for 30 days. That's the thing. So don't say, I can't do it.
Okay, yeah.
It's not about achieving that end goal in 30 days.
It's about dipping into it.
And seeing what else that can transpire into.
Okay.
If that means it's something that you do for the remainder of your life, whether that's go for a 10-minute jog every day. Like, I don't know. But maybe that becomes a part of your routine. Yeah.
Okay.
So for 30 days, you have to sign on for it.
Okay.
To at least do the experiment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And see if there's any change.
The first thing I really want to do is I want to go out more. I don't know. I want to go out and just like experience. I want to. I think it wouldn't be a bad thing, you know, for someone my age and, you know, my caliber, to go out and just go to a pub once in a while, or, you know, just like take myself out and do things.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have sort of stumbled into my somewhat my recluse lifestyle, and I don't really leave my office very much. But I think I should go out more, and I think it'll inspire me to do more with my writing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it doesn't have to be just to pubs, but it could be pubs for, you know,
No, I just want to go out and I want to experience. Yeah. That's, you know.
There's comedy nights and trivia nights and
I really want to go do stand up and give that another shot again. I had fun doing that, so I might. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and not limit it just to those kind of experiences. What other experiences are you interested in?
I want to ride the bus more. I think there's some interesting people. There's some fun stories you can tell just from a moment on the bus. Like.
Yeah.
Public transit is so like frowned upon. I think it shouldn't be. It's there for a reason for those who need it, and especially when you might need it when you're down on your luck sometime. And you shouldn't underestimate it. There's definitely some like good experiences you can have on a bus. More than likely, you're gonna have a bad one. But just try it a couple times and you know reflect on it yourself. Be like, oh, you know, it's a bus ride. It's one thing you did that wasn't sitting around.
Right.
You know.
And I think that's kind of where you're coming into play in terms of what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
If you're not at work.
I just said it.
Yeah. You're kind of in your room, in your office.
Yeah. And in the end, I'm going to be tired from doing more things, but I'm also going to be living more of life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of what has been acceptable because you come across that very honestly, like with me and things like that. I'll go to work and then I tend to isolate myself. And so I think that's a good one.
Okay.
What else?
My second thing. I'm doing a couple things. So I want to finish writing one thing. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
go ahead.
Would you consider the go out and have more experiences? So for the 30 days.
I want to just go out and do more things, and then that hopefully kickstarts me into doing it more often.
Okay, so is that for mental health? Is that for creativity? Is that for physical activity?
I think it's for all of those. Okay. I think, you know, mental health wise, it's just putting me out and amongst people more.
Challenging.
And yeah, you know, again, I've sort of become more secluded and stay at home-ish than I'd like to be.
More of an introvert.
For sure. And I want to get back to being even just a little more extroverted, you know? And I think that would help with that. Okay. I think physical health-wise, that's getting me up and it's doing more. And like I was saying, creative-wise, like you're always going to have a experience.
A little story to tell.
And you never know. You can just do something with it.
Yeah. Whether that's a story through art or through writing or through reenacting.
You drive by stuff on the bus all the time, and I've started doing painting more. So like
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry.
No.
Going to number 2.
Yeah. Okay. I want to finish writing a couple stories I have with a couple friends. Wink, wink. For those of you who you might be watching, I want to finish at least like one story because I know we set out on a couple plans to do just a variety of things. I want to finish at least one, and if I can't do it with
So in 30 days?
I want to finish writing one story,
Okay, but here's the thing. When you set a goal for yourself, so you want to do a little bit of writing every day for 30 days to complete that task. And it's a short story?
I just want to complete one.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell myself like how long it will be because I know I will justify that to myself.
Right.
I have that ability to do
So at least it's not a novel. So 30 days
I'm not
for a
saying,
short story kind of thing. That's honestly something that you could achieve.
Definitely, yeah.
Right? But the only thing is when you tie that into someone else helping you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So
I don't
maybe you
want
need to
do
go off
it.
on a solo project
That's
for
what
these
I'm
30 days.
saying. Yeah.
Okay. Because then for 30 days, like I said, it's going to be something that you practice for 30 days. So every day you're doing a little bit towards that goal. Right?
Right.
Just make me aware. Okay. Set you up for success. It's hard though with other people's schedules and things like that. So when you start a project like that, and now you have two projects that you're working on, but you're at the whim of someone else's scheduling, and that's hard. For me, that would be very, that would create a lot of stress and anxiety. So, good on you. Alright, so you also want to write then?
I'd like to just,
Do you have ideas?
Sure, I do. I think everyone's got ideas, it's just putting them on paper is the scary thing about it.
But the good thing about just getting it on paper, and
It's
then
out
in
there.
your last few days,
It's out there.
then you work on your editing.
Yeah, you can reflect and you can go, oh, this was the point that I really liked, and remove things like that.
Yeah. So guys, in terms of one or maybe two goals that you would like to achieve in 30 days, so something that you can practice every day for 30 days to see if it becomes a part of your lifestyle, to see if it becomes a part of your routine, what would you choose? Leave it down in the comments below. So there's a video that I had sent you.
We will put that in the description. I think it's a great video.
Yeah. So it's basically taking that mindset again from resolution and saying, no, let's make them more attainable goals. Let's put the responsibility back on ourselves and say, we're gonna do this. We're doing this, right? Not, I'm gonna do this. I'm doing this. Also, why wait till tomorrow? Why put off what we can do today for tomorrow kind of thing? Or why put off, what is that saying? Why put off what we can do today? Why put it off until tomorrow when we can do today?
Yeah.
You know the quote, and it's so true. Like, you have in the back of your head that I want to do this, but I'm going to wait until Sunday, or I'm going to wait until Monday, the beginning of the week. My week starts on Sunday. That's how I go. But there's a lot of people who will wait until Monday morning, or they'll wait until the first of the month. And I just feel like, nah. Like, if you want to change something, you have to change something.
You do, yeah.
And you have to make it work. And we all have a little time to maneuver how we're going to work these goals in. And if that, I have a friend who is doing the jumping jack 30-day challenge. And it's literally, I think, 100 jumping jacks or something a day. And she's just going to put it in wherever she can. So, yeah. While she's waiting for her hair to dry in the morning, I don't know, like bang out 20 of them or something like that. And I think that that's the key. If you don't have the ability to set aside, because your schedule is so crowded with things that you're doing for yourself, work related, home related, kids, husband, significant other, appointments, things like that, know that you got to take time for you too. And if that means that you're waking up 10 minutes earlier than you were just to get in a 10-minute meditation, then do it. Find time. We're gonna keep you guys posted.
Yeah, I think so. That would be.
I think it would be kind of cool, and it also will hold us accountable as well, right?
Yeah.
And just how it's going. But 30 days, 30-day challenge. We're gonna do it. Are you excited?
Yeah.
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 Do you have anything else to talk about in terms of resolutions? Goal setting?
Don't do it. No. No, not really. I think we hit all the important points.
So, be more decisive, be more descriptive in terms of what you want your goals to be. And so that it's not something that's, oh, I want to lose weight. You know, that's just so...
It's too broad.
That's too broad. And so bring it in. So if you want to say, like, I want to lose 20 pounds this year, how are you going to achieve that? If you want to write a novel, well, maybe you start off with completing the first few chapters. You know, it's attainable goals, my friends. So it's not overwhelming, and it's not just so out there, you know, and it's hard to reach, right? Because that's, I think, what we do. We self-sabotage. We get worried about, oh my gosh, I haven't met this goal, or how am I going to meet this goal? I have a colleague, a mentor at work, and in his role, you know, everyone comes to him with all of these problems and concerns, and at one point he says, I just wish someone would come to me with an issue, a concern, a problem, and have thought out a couple of solutions and how we can go about it. And once I started thinking that through, it's so true. Why are we putting off problems and issues and blame on someone else when we are able to think and we are able to do, and we are able to constructively figure out a plan? And so I think that's another thing to think about, like, get the information and gather information and gather support. And during these times when we're making changes and we're trying to achieve goals, we may need to seek out certain people to help us stay on track, hold ourselves accountable. There's great apps out there that can help us do that. There's social networks that can help us if we're more into the creative spin of things. There's all kinds of things that we could look at to help us stay on track and meet our goals. So, do you have any other suggestions?
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. For myself, I know that because I've been transitioning for the last couple of years in terms of working on myself, I think I have a little bit of a different insight. If you would have asked me these same questions or had the same discussion with me 3 years ago, like, I think it would be a little more difficult for me to come up with. I probably would have been the person saying, oh, I want to lose weight. And then, you know, you screw up every, you know, day, you eat something you shouldn't. Oh, well, I messed up. Let's keep going. And then, oh, I'll start next week. because this week's already shot. And I think that, 3 years ago, that would have been me. So right now, I'm in a good space and I'm ready to change a couple of more things. Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else to add?
I don't think that's. Yeah, sure.
So remember, if you guys have any suggestions on future videos that you'd like to see, future topics that you'd like us to look into, we would love to do some research and put our opinion on it and have a discussion. So in terms of the comments below, keep them clean, treat people respectively, and support each other, okay? So open up the conversation down below. What are some things that you guys would like to work on? Take a 30-day challenge, all right? If that's eating vegetables for 30 days, do it. You decide, okay? What's gonna better you to help you meet your goal? And so, come up with your 30-day challenges, 1 or 2 of them. Don't overwhelm yourself, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Don't say we. Am I ready?
Are you?
Oh, I'm very ready.
Okay, I'm
All right, you ready?